Hello guys, so today we will discuss about cell membrane physiology. So the most accepted model is fluid mosaic model, which is a lipid bilayer with a protein embedded in it. So this lipid bilayer consists of a lipid which is 40%, protein which is 55%, and carbohydrate which is 5%. So the by-weight lipid into protein is equimolar, that is 1:1. Then there is the structure of cell membrane. This cell membrane consists of hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail, and various protein associated with it like peripheral protein, integral protein, and glycoprotein. Then the lipid in the cell membrane consists of three groups: phospholipid, which is most abundant, glycolipid, and cholesterol. Various phospholipid are present in the cell membrane like phosphatidylcholine or lecithin, which is most common for lung surfactant and useful for assessment of fetal lung maturation. Then there is sphingomyelin, which is a minor surfactant lipid. And lecithin upon sphingomyelin ratio is greater than equal to 2, which is advocate for fetal lung maturation. Then this sphingomyelin is also important component of cell membrane. Then there is phosphatidylserine. These phosphatidylserine are normally present in the inner cell membrane. If this PS phosphatidylserine is present on outside the cell membrane, it will signal the apoptosis, which is a programmed cell death. Then there is phosphatidylinositol, the IP3, which is a precursor for second messenger like calcium IP3 DAG, which is responsible for release of the calcium from sarcoplasmic system. The last type of lipid is cardiolipin, which is seen in the mitochondrial membrane of the human heart, and this anti-cardiolipin antibodies are given to the syphilis patient, and this is also used in VDRL test. Then the second form is glycolipid, which is most common in brain and GIT. It consists of two isoforms, ganglioside and cerebroslide. Third type is cholesterol. It maintains the membrane fluidity at optimal range for proper functioning of the membrane, and it is also precursor of vitamin D. For example, in our skin, 7-dehydrocholesterol are present. When there is UV light fall on it of 280 to 320 mm, then this 7-dehydrocholesterol is converted into vitamin D. There are unsaturated fatty acid, and which is also called as essential fatty acid. This essential fatty acid increases membrane fluidity. Example: linoleic acid, linolenic acid, and arachidonic acid. And the saturated fatty acid or trans fatty acid, which decrease the membrane fluidity. Example are stearic acid and palmitic acid. Now on coming to the protein. So the major content of the cell membrane is protein, which constitute about 55%. Then there are three type of protein: transmembrane protein, peripheral protein, and lipid anchor protein. These transmembrane protein are embedded in the cell membrane on inside and outside. Like this is the cell membrane, and this transmembrane protein are located like this, outside and inside. Then the function of this transmembrane protein, it act as like a receptor like GPCR, G protein couple receptor, and it also help in transport of substance like sodium, potassium, ATPase, sperm. Peripheral protein. So these peripheral protein are mainly supportive and give structural integrity to the cell. Like in RBC there is spectrin and orchirin, and skeletal muscle there is dystrophin. If there is a mutation in spectrin, so it causes hereditary elliptocytosis. If there is a mutation in orchirin, so it causes hereditary spherocytosis. If there is a mutation in dystrophin, so it causes Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Then the third type is lipid anchored protein. It is also called glycosyl phosphatidylinositol, GPI protein, which is seen in RBCs, CD55 or CD59, which is also called decay accelerating factor. It is present in the RBC's membrane. It prevents complement attack, and when there is a defect in the protein CD55 or CD59, so it lead to paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. Last one, carbohydrate, which constitute 5% of the cell membrane. It provide a symmetry to the cell membrane, and it also responsible for immune reaction.